All right, what's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to take a look at what are the top 5 loadouts plus the 10 best guns I think right now after the new update. With the update, they basically nerfed everything, so it's kind of hard to go over the top 10 best loadouts because everything got nerfed. Majority of the guns that were pretty popular, which didn't get touched, such as the KRIG and the KILD, are now, in my opinion, 2 of the 5 best assault rifles to use. They did obviously nerf the FARA, they nerfed the C58. Then they ended up buffing the GRAU, which is, in my opinion, now in the meta of one of the best guns to use. In my opinion, the 2 best ARs to use right now are 100% the 2 best without a doubt. The C58 ended up getting buffed and nerfed. The stats you guys will be able to see on the screen for the C58 is going to be, they end up lowering the overall damage, which lowers the close range time to kill. So it goes from 542 to 651. So now it has the same amount of shots and time to kill anywhere on the map. And then as far as the range, they improved, which to me is weird. They improved the range if the gun kills the same no matter what. So kind of a pointless range buff. As far as the FAR TTK, even lowering the chest shots, it still maintains the same time to kill. So beyond 50 meters, this is one of the fastest killing guns by far. There are maybe 1 or 2 guns you can find that kill on this gun's level, which in my opinion why it's the best long range weapon. And the secret thing about it is the 4x sight. This is a must. I don't care what else you run on this gun. The 4x gives you a 50% reduction in recoil versus that of the axial arms 3 times, which is 100% going to make this the most accurate gun out of every long range weapon. Obviously, best class setup, 45 round mag, so it has a high damage. Field agent, task force, agency. This is the best long range class setup in my opinion. Probably the best long range gun to use. Even though it did nerf the recoil, that 4x, like I said, brings 50% reduction, which is 100% worth using. The Modern Warfare MP5, I think, went to the top of being the most popular. Is going to be the best SMG. Pretty much every other best SMG was nerfed. The Modern Warfare MP5 was the second fastest killing SMG, which the Fennec and Colder MP5 are both nerfed. So now it's the fastest killing SMG, which is what makes it incredible. It's purely built for the hipfire, which is pretty much the best class that everybody uses. But as I said, with them nerfing the overall TTK of all the other guns, previously, after 10 meters, this gun was pretty terrible. Now with them nerfing the TTKs of all these other guns, this gun is actually competitive and kills about the same as all these other SMGs in that mid-range now. So anywhere from 0 to 20 meters, this gun is now competitive, which previously was 0 to 10. So by them nerfing all the other guns, it allowed this gun to still be in the meta beyond the 10 meters, where previously it wasn't. So this gun does have no recoil. Obviously, it's a hip-fire machine. In my opinion, the #1 best SMG to use without a doubt. As I said in the beginning, the KRIG is one of those guns that got untouched. It has a very good TTK. As far as what makes it excellent, it actually kills faster than the C51 now, while having the best range out of any of the Cold War ARs. In the mid-range is about 750, which is average. But when you take a look at the recoil, they nerfed the C58, they nerfed the FARA twice, they nerfed the XM4. A lot of the recoils of all these guns just don't stack up to this gun. This gun has no recoil, which previously the FARA had. So if you're looking for a godly gun that has godly range and godly recoil, this, in my opinion, is the second best long-range AR. Personally, has been my favorite class setup, as you guys already know. Axial, longest long barrel, agency, field agent. The one difference with this gun, I do run the 60 round fast mag because it is going to slightly lower your ADS to give you a massive improvement in reload, which is going to make this the fastest reloading assault rifle in the long range, which is what makes it incredible. As far as the #2 best SMG, I think without a doubt, like I said, these are the top 4 best weapons. You guys already know the class setup for the MAC-10. Tiger Team, Raider, Task Force, Agency, 53 mag. For me personally, I definitely 100% this needs a field agent grip. The grip improves the recoil like 30% or something incredible. So if you do want to go for the best recoil, field agent with Tiger Team, still going to give you a godly mobility. As far as what they nerfed, they ended up just nerfing a little bit of this gun. They nerfed the overall damage, which actually had no effect on the time to kill. So TTK wise, this is, I think, the 3rd fastest killing SMG currently, behind both the MP5s. So by them nerfing the BULLFROG, nerfing the LC-10, nerfing all those other guns that were faster killing, even the Milano, this gun jumped up in TTK, is already the best in mobility. And then with them nerfing all the other SMGs, like I said, it has good, excellent range. if you're in the field agent, it has good recoil. Tiger Team Task Force is going to give you amazing mobility. This gun just does everything, that does everything well. And then with that fire rate is extremely forgiving if you miss a couple of shots, which this has always been a meta SMG. I definitely think it's going to take a rise back into the top 3 with both MP5s and this gun. So those are my opinion, the easy number 2 and number 1 best loadout to use. The third best loadout, you guys already know, is the best meta weapon before this update. The Cold War MP5 was actually kind of buffed and nerfed. They nerfed the overall TTK of this gun by a lot to take it from like 492 to 560, which is still incredible because they nerfed all the other guns. So it's still one of the fastest killing SMGs, similar to that of the Modern Warfare 5. By them actually changing it, it took this gun from above 20 meters was terrible in killing. Now beyond 20 meters, this gun kills just as fast as it does in the mid-range, which they took off the 3rd damage profile and only now has 2, which 100% improves this gun. So it doesn't kill as fast as the Modern Warfare 5, but it has a pretty good recoil. And when you win the Bruiser Grip with the Raider and the Tiger Team, which is the best class setup, your mobility is going to be godly. Probably a little bit better than that of the MAC-10 in my opinion, which makes it incredible. So I definitely think that's easy to get top 3 SMGs because it still shreds. The FARA is still in the meta. The nerf they did was they lowered the overall damage, which is going to lower the overall headshot damage because obviously if you have 30 damage, 45 to the head, you take that 30 damage and put it down to 27, your headshot's going to go down to 42, which is what made this gun, in my opinion, the nerf, because previously it would require 1 headshot to lower the time to kill. Now it's going to require at least 2. The nerf of the recoil was pretty massive. Has almost double the recoil now. Instead of going up into the left, it goes up into the right. But recoil-wise, it's probably like 2.5 times as much recoil, which is why I think the KRIG is better, because the KRIG previously had the same amount of recoil. Now it's 2.5 times worse. It does kill faster at every range than the KRIG, which in my opinion is still what's going to keep it in the meta, because it does kill faster than that of the KRIG. Like I said, these are still the best guns to use because they nerfed everything. Still, in my opinion, in the top 3 best meta weapons. Number 4 and number 5 is going to be the Kilo and the GRAU. As you guys know, the Kilo was untouched, but by them nerfing every other rifle, this gun has no recoil. It has amazing range, and then obviously, like I said, amazing accuracy. So in my opinion, this is going to be one of the best meta weapons. I think it was like the number 11 most popular AR. And now with the XM4 nerf, the AMAX has been nerfed. A lot of the other guns that were slightly more competitive than it got nerfed. So now this is obviously going to come back into the rise of the meta. And then as you guys know with the GRAU, I do think this gun's buff is 100% going to help it. Where it did lack was in that long range. There's just guns that killed significantly faster than it, either 100 to 200 milliseconds faster. Now by improving the damage, it lowers the time to kill by 1 shot, which now makes this a competitive weapon. With it having the Archangel gives it the best iron sight. What you guys can do is have a available 5th attachment. You can either run the rubberized, the Cronin Sniper Elite, which are all excellent, FMJ, even the tack legs is going to basically give you the best improvement to ADS, your player tracking, and then obviously first shot accuracy is going to help your overall accuracy, which is why I think it's best for the GRAU because it has all positives, no negatives. Even the last part of the VLK, the VLK has the least effect on ADS out of every Modern Warfare gun on the GRAU. So your ADS is lowered by like 1 frame to give you like a 20% increase in recoil. So either tac laser or VLK is going to be the best for the GRAU. Those are easily the 4th and 5th best ARs in my opinion. Wrapping it up, we have the BULLFROG. This gun was nerfed. The overall TTK was nerfed. But just the same as the GRAU, it does have a 50 round mag to start. So what you can do is run basically 6 attachments because you do get a 60 round mag, which is going to allow you to run the Task Force, Tiger Team, Raider Stock, the Agency, and the Field Agent while having 50 ammo. It still has good range, still has a good TTK. I still think it's going to be in the meta just because people use it. I personally am not a fan of it. It's just of how hard they nerfed the Milano and the LC-10 got chunked into the ground. I think it's a little bit better than both of those 2 weapons which were previously meta. So this is either a 4th or 5th. Just depends if you like the gun or not. The last gun is obviously going to be the PPSH. The gun got nerfed a little bit, but with only having 2 damage profiles, It's still one of the best weapons to use. I unfortunately, same with the Bullfrog, not a fan of it. I don't have it leveled up. You guys already know Task Force Barrel, Agency, Raider Stock, and then you can run the 55 round mag or 70, whichever is your preference, and then either the Field Agent or the Tiger Team Spotlight, whichever is once again your preference. So in my opinion, those are just the 10 best weapons to use. But like I said, the KRIG is probably going to be the number one weapon. It's definitely going to overtake the FARA. If you guys are looking for all the in-depth information on basically what information I use to pick these weapons, my next 2 videos I'm going to be uploading is going to be covering every single SMG, comparing them head to head, and then covering every single assault rifle and comparing them head to head. So if you guys are new to the channel, you guys have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below with notifications on if you guys want to see those weapon comparisons when I upload them in the next couple of days. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like and a comment down below. What is your personal favorite loadout after the massive weapon update? Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you.